July is the 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and I'll tell you, it frustrates me to no end to get messages and emails and notifications like this. The title of this email that I received this morning: after firing a pregnant worker following her work from home request, PETA Pitt faces EEOc charges. Yes, the EEOc is still out here doing work. They might not be doing it to the same extent, but they're doing something. Management allegedly called the charging party's pregnancy a distraction. So the EEOc has sued the organization PETA Pitt, the restaurant franchise, for alleged sex and disability discrimination. The charging party was fired after asking to work from home to accommodate pregnancy-related nausea, along with a brief period of leave. Prior to this request, the employee had allegedly worked from home and hadn't received any negative feedback about her performance, and her pregnancy was called a distraction by management. And this is all in the EEOc complaint. So there are two things that are being fought here. One is sex discrimination in violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, and the second is disability discrimination in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And I want to really focus on the second half, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act, because next month, starting July 1st, if you're in my community, if you are doing this work in a very intentional level or want to, we are going to spend 30 days really diving into the Americans with Disabilities Act, really understanding all 5 titles underneath that act so that we can understand how we can show up better for ourselves, for the people around us, and really create environments, whether that's at work, at school, in our neighborhood HOA, wherever it may be, but create environments that are more inclusive and equitable of people who have disabilities, whether it is a permanent disability, whether it is one that they were born with, it's inherent, it's one that they acquire over time, or it's temporary in this case of pregnancy. I think that we all can do a better job of learning and understanding what these things mean and what they are, and be really proactive in doing something about it. So check the link in my bio so that you can get signed up for the challenge that starts July 1st. It's the Table of Diversity Monthly Challenge. The theme is abilities, disabilities, and accessibilities as we honor the 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And it's crazy. I'll be sharing some more information about all of these different cases that the EEOc takes on, and they're busy. They're busy, especially when it comes to disability discrimination. In the same message, it says, in May, a Texas bar was ordered to pay $42,000 in relief to a fired bartender who allegedly faced pregnancy discrimination. In the month prior to that, an assisted living facility in Minnesota agreed to pay $73,000 in relief after a manager discovered an employee's pregnancy and allegedly launched a retaliation campaign. There's a lot to know about the Americans with Disabilities Act, and it doesn't just protect people who have a disability. It also protects people who may be in a relationship with someone with disabilities, if the person is being discriminated against in any sort of way. It also protects witnesses. So if you see someone being discriminated against because of their disability, the Americans with Disabilities Act protects that person in some instances. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot that folks don't know. There's a lot that went into the Americans with Disabilities Act that we're going to be diving into starting July 1st. So check the link in my bio, get signed up. We get started on July 1st. See you then.